Today, I'm going to share a very horrific incident that I experienced while I was traveling at night from my village to the city where I'm currently living. I will not share city and village names because of obvious reasons, but this incident kind of disturbed me a lot. This has happened with me for the very first time, like this kind of incident, and this might be some normal incident for so many people, but when I experienced it, and it's been 2 days, but still I am in that distress. I am very disturbed, and the motive behind sharing this incident is not that I want to gain sympathy, or I have to share something which is not very common, or not no that nothing reasons like that. I just want to share because I always speak to you all, and also you all should learn English and how to share any incident that had happened with you in English language. That's all my motive is. On this channel, I only post English related content, nothing related to my personal life. But I'm sharing it because you should know how to share any horrifying, tragic incident, how to share basically to people, how to share your opinions. So I was traveling from my hometown to the city, and it was obviously a night journey. So I booked my seat, and beside me, one seat was empty. So on one of the stops, people were people were coming, and one man. He was not a very old man. He was like 27, 28 kind of age he had. So, girl who was sitting in front of me, she told no to him to sit on the seat beside her. But out of humanity, I just told him to, okay, you may have. So he asked me whether he can sit or not. So told him, okay, you can sit. And he just came and sat like he's the king. He was not giving me space. So I just felt uncomfortable at that point of time. But I thought, okay, and his stop was, because he told me his stop was around 1.5 hour far from that stop, so he was getting down in like 2 hours. So I told, fine, I will bear it for 2 hours. And window was open, so I just closed it half, and I tied my face, just because I have that allergy to dust and all. I sneeze continuously, so I just tied my face. So he was telling me, why are you hiding your face? I was like, no, I'm not hiding my face. I have that dust allergy, so I'm just protecting my nose. I'm just trying to protect myself from the dust. That's it. He was like, you may close the entire window, but please remove the scar. I was like, why? I'm very comfortable with this. And he was like, will you just keep this in this entire journey? Like, yes, I always do that. Nothing new for me. And he then he was asking some stupid questions. So he was like, where are you from? Which I answered him in a wrong, I just told him the wrong city. Then I was like, okay, but then he was asking me, what's your name? And all. I don't know. I don't want to share my name with you. He was like, what happened? Are you uncomfortable? I told, yes, I'm very uncomfortable the way you are talking. Please, you may change the seat. I'm not feeling comfortable. He was like, are you sure? I told, yes, I'm very sure. Then he told me that my stop is just 15 minutes far from here. Let me sit for 15 minutes. I was like, okay, let it be 15 minutes. Because at that point of time, I didn't know it's 2 hours long. Then he was asking me questions like, please tell me your name. At least tell me the first letter of your name. And I told, no, I don't want to share my name with you. Then he was like, you're going to this city, right? I was like, yeah, I'm studying. So I told him that. Then he just asked me, what is your favorite god? I said, God is God. There is no favoritism in that. At least not from my side. He was like, no, not like that, but you have your favorite god and all. I was like, no, I didn't have anything like that. He was like, tell me, I'm not going to convert you. I was so shocked to hear that. I just told him, where did this conversion and all come in this conversation? And I just told him, I'm not feeling safe. And then he was like, he took a small chit from his pocket and he was asking me some very different questions related to my personal life, and I didn't answer any of them. And he was like, take this phone number. I have written phone number in this. I was like, he's prepared with. I was like, you are prepared? You're giving phone numbers. Like he didn't write at that point of time. He already had that chit in his pocket and he just gave me, talk to me as a friend. If you ever need me, just call me, we can talk. I told him, I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't talk. I don't want your number, first of all. I told him that. Then he told, oh, no. So, okay, if you don't want my number, take this chit, tear apart, and throw it away. I said, I don't want to. It's your thing, deal with it. Don't do these kind of things with me, please. Then three people stepped into the bus, and thankfully that women's seat was beside me. And I told that aunt, please see, this is your seat. Tell him to go. Tell him to go. Because if again 1 minute that person would speak and make me uncomfortable, I would definitely tell the driver and the man conductor kind of people. I would have definitely complained it. I would call my father and all. I would just call him. But I don't want to create a scene because you don't know these angry men, they can do anything. And I didn't want to take any chance. Not because I was afraid, because I wanted to come here. I was traveling alone and I didn't have anyone with me at that point of time. And if something, unfortunately, something happens to me, that will create a very bad impact on my family. And I didn't want any kind of that scene happening with me. So he just went on the back seat and he was telling to his friend, because his friend was sitting uh, on the backside seat. He was telling his friend, we should go to that village. We should go to that city she is going. Let's book the train tickets. How much will it cost? And I was so afraid that will this man really follow me to this city? And what if I come here and he just comes behind me? What will I do? I was so afraid. That was the first time where I lost my consciousness. I'm a very strong woman, but this made me so feel bad. This this had just terrified me. I'm not kidding. This might be a very, but the way he was saying conversion and all, I know he would give me phone number, he would talk to me, he would manipulate me. This is happening. I am very aware of news. I watch news, and this is happening constantly that people are exchanging phone numbers and manipulating, and then girls are going through hell because of them. And I just sensed that at that point of time. And I must say, this was and even though he was not stopping afterwards, he was staring at me and the bus stopped for tea or dinner something, and he was smoking, and he was like giving a very bad eye contact. He was looking very bad. Then I just went little down so that he can't look me. And there I shared with the two, three females who were on that bus. And she told me, you should have told to the driver. I was like, yes, I was going to, but fortunately you came. And the whole scene. And after 2 hours, when he got down from the bus, I felt little relieved. But that stayed in my mind, and this will stay in my mind forever. And I have shared with a lot of people this incident, that whenever, especially with my female friends and all, whenever you see a man who is alone, don't show humanity, don't go nearby, because it will cost your life. It will disturb you a lot, which has happened with me. I'm so disturbed. How can man be so? How can that man be so pathetic? I don't understand, because you are making a woman uncomfortable, and you're still saying that, oh, you're not comfortable. What is the reason you're not comfortable? He was asking me 10 times that, are you uncomfortable? Am I? So he knows that he's making me uncomfortable. Then what is the reason asking it multiple times, brother? You know you're making someone uncomfortable. Please leave the seat and sit somewhere else. This is what happened. And I hope if any female is finding this, please, if anything like this happens to you, take immediate action, but don't just uh, make him more angry. Deal with it politely. If someone is around you, please ask for help, but do not rush and make him more angry with your words. Just think patiently, just have patience, just watch their words, just look for the right moment and don't panic. When I shared this incident with my female friends, they were like, you should have slapped him, you should have said this, that, you should have used abusive words. I was like, no, I can't do that, because it will make him more angry, and maybe he can go to any extent. So I deal with it calmly, but I was scared a lot. I was scared a lot. So, yeah, on this channel, this is the first personal story video that I'm going to upload. And I hope you learn a lesson as well. So much for watching till the end. And be safe, girls. All the best to everyone who is learning English. I hope this conversation helped you all learn little bit of English. Thank you so much for being with me till the end.